means it could be a very uncomfortable experience for many.
Well, let's talk to travel expert Sally Gethin, who's joining us now. Good to see you this morning, Sally. Look, what can we expect? Not only when people get to London, but how on earth to get there? Because you can imagine the roads and the trains and everything else are going to be very busy all weekend.
Yes, I think people arriving really have to have one thing in mind, that there are huge road closures and transport challenges once you get your feet on the ground in central London. I mean, I can speak from personal experience, actually, and I'm not far from, Westminster, where all this is happening. And if you leave it too late, you definitely won't get to see anything much in person, because there are so many road closures, and the police and the security forces are tasked with managing this whole challenge for all the dignitaries arriving, for example. So, yes, there's going to be a challenge moving around. The advice is do not come by road if you can possibly help it. There's going to be a lot busier services on Transport for London network, for example. But the good news is that Hyde Park has been designated a massive viewing area. 100,000 people are expected to arrive there. They're going to be huge screens, and there will be lots of toilet facilities and so forth in Hyde Park, which is within walking distance of the Palace and the Westminster estate itself.
Yeah, and as we've been hearing, the problem is if you're taking part in a queue, I suppose it's going to be different for the funeral, but if you're taking part in this queue, for instance, to go to see the lying of state in Westminster Hall, you can only bring so much because they won't allow you to take a load of clobber into Westminster Hall. People are moaning that they haven't even been able to take boiled sweets in or hand sanitizer. So you've got to judge it very carefully for yourself, haven't you?
Yes, and you've got to think about your own stamina levels. I mean, obviously there is a channel for people who need accessibility. So the route is different for them. The system is different for them. It's a bit shorter. But for the vast majority of people, whatever age you are or your condition, you do have to have that stamina. And yes, Anne, you're right. There's word coming through that very small items are being confiscated on arrival at the Palace of Westminster to view the lying in state as well. And you have to be able to keep moving all the time as well, because this is not a standing still queue, it's actually on the go. So you can't be bringing like a little stool or a chair to pop yourself onto here and there. It really is a dilemma for people who definitely want to go and see the lying in state, but perhaps face certain obstacles that way.
No, indeed, there's a lot of people who just won't be able to manage it. Sally, thank you.